You got the job, you got the promotion. And now you're just waiting for everyone to find out you're a fraud. If you feel this way, you're not alone. Let's talk about imposter syndrome. I am a psychiatrist and I make mental health education videos. Imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern of feeling like a fraud or an imposter. You feel like you do and deserve your success and that at any moment you will be found out to be incompetent. This feeling is not based on reality, it's based on a negative self-appraisal. So even if you have objectively done a good job, you don't see it that way. With imposter syndrome, you tend to downplay your accomplishments and you certainly don't want to draw attention to yourself. You work really hard to maintain this illusion of being competent, but there's a cost to living like this. Your anxiety and depression go up, and your self-esteem and confidence go down. You can get stuck in a rut and miss out on opportunities. Some people think that imposter syndrome only affects high achievers, but that's not true. It can affect anyone. In fact, it can affect you regardless of how you feel about your level of competence. For example, you can be a college student who feels like they do and belong, or a new parent who feels unqualified, or a professional who feels like a fraud. So here are 6 signs that you might be experiencing imposter syndrome. Number 1, you don't believe positive feedback. Let's say you do get that job or that promotion. Instead of feeling on top of the world, you feel like you were just lucky. Maybe everyone else was having a bad day and you were the best of a bad bunch. Maybe you attribute it to timing. You got the job because of who you know, not because you were talented. You don't believe that you got the job because you were qualified. You were just in the right place at the right time. Note 2, you compare yourself to others. You're constantly comparing yourself to other people and you're always coming up short. The problem with this is that you're not looking at your own progress. You're looking at someone else's highlights. Another person's accomplishments do not negate your own. You can even do this with yourself. You compare who you are now to who you were last year. And because you don't view yourself as making progress, you feel stagnant and stuck. No. 3, you have a fear of being alone. You want to surround yourself with people all the time. You don't like to be by yourself because then you have too much time to think, and when you think, you start to doubt. And then you start to wonder why everyone around you is smarter than you are. No. 4, you're afraid of failure. With imposter syndrome, you set yourself up for failure. You don't want to take the chance of doing something new because you'll look incompetent. So you stay in your comfort zone. You don't want to take risks. You don't want to put yourself out there. No. 5, you're a perfectionist. You have a need to do everything perfectly, and this need comes from a fear of showing your flaws. So you spend a lot of time trying to hide them. The problem is that you may never get anything done. You may procrastinate indefinitely. You may even take on projects that are too big for you to do, and then you burn out. And no. 6, you're overachieving. Even though you don't think you deserve any of your accomplishments, you still work hard to achieve more. You think that maybe if you keep your head down and work really hard, people won't find out that you're a fraud. So what can you do about imposter syndrome? One thing you can do is to reframe your accomplishments. You have to acknowledge what you've done. You have to stop downplaying your accomplishments and start appreciating them. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, say, "Whoa, that thought is not helpful. I'm not gonna believe it. What evidence do I have that I'm a fraud?" You can even write down positive things about yourself every day, even if you don't believe them. Eventually, you might start to own them. If you enjoyed this video, check out this playlist on success. Thanks for watching. See you next time.